I think people overrate his boxing ability, in my opinion.
You think Tank's a better boxer? Forget how.
Floyd Mayweather didn't mince words when reacting to Tank's controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr. He voiced clear disappointment in Tank's performance. But what stood out most was his sharp criticism of Davis' conduct in the ring. Mayweather specifically condemned Davis for using dirty tactics, an issue that had already caught the attention of many fans and analysts during the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good fight overall. Lamont, I always knew Lamont was, he wasn't coming to lay down. I've been knowing Lamont since we was kids, so we came up in amateurs together. So I knew Lamont was serious. He was coming in there to fight. But he did a lot better than...
Mayweather pointed out several instances where Tank deliberately used his shoulder to bump Roach in the face, yet the referee either ignored them or failed to take action. In his own words, "I'm ashamed of them." Tank was playing dirty, bumping Roach with his shoulder. The ref didn't see it, or maybe he decided not to see it. His comments immediately sparked debates, as while Tank is known for his aggressive style, many believed his frustration against Roach led him to rely on questionable tactics to gain an advantage.
What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more.
Mayweather didn't just call out Tank's roughhouse tactics, he also highlighted something even more alarming: the words exchanged in the ring. According to Roach, Davis told him, "They aren't going to give it to you," a statement that immediately set off red flags for Mayweather. To him, this was a clear indication that Tank knew he was losing. When a fighter is clearly losing and says something like that, you know something is up, Mayweather explained. This only added fuel to the controversy as fans began questioning whether Davis truly deserved the draw or if the judges had spared him from an even greater embarrassment.
It's become this thing where, you have to be undefeated for people to care about you, and that's all going to go. My son just went to that show this weekend. He said the live event was terrible. Disorganized.
You mean at Barclays?
Yeah. Disorganized, and we're going to clean that up. We're going to make the live events great again, too.
Mayweather also addressed a crucial aspect of the fight that some were trying to overlook: styles make fights. He acknowledged Tank's immense talent, but emphasized that Roach's style posed a serious challenge for him. Boxing is a game of styles. Tank can make it look easy against Garcia, but against Roach, the style was just a challenge to him. Props to the kid. I hope they give him his deserved win. This was a bold statement from Mayweather, as it implied he didn't believe Davis truly won. While he stopped short of calling the decision corrupt, he made it clear that Roach had a legitimate case for victory.
Tank, you lost that fight. I mean, the only reason they gave you the fight was because you would make more money as a champion, but there's no way it's a draw, and they didn't call it a knockdown. If they called a knockdown, you lost that unanimous.
Another key takeaway from Mayweather's reaction was his indirect criticism of Tank's corner. While he didn't explicitly blame the absence of Calvin Ford, he hinted at issues within Davis's team. "What makes a fighter is not just the skill, it's the team around them," he said, suggesting that Tank's recent changes were affecting him. Davis recently parted ways with Leonard Ellerb and fought without Ford for the first time. The timing is significant. Just weeks ago, he was seen as a legitimate threat to Shakur Stevenson. Now, after this performance, fans are questioning whether he truly stands a chance. Mayweather's statement that Roach deserved the win only added to the doubts, shifting the conversation around Tank's future and raising concerns about his ability to compete at the highest level.
We will never see that fight happen again. It just will not happen. Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't like hard fights. It's that simple. We've seen it over and over. He fought a Ryan Garcia drained. He fought a very inexperienced Rolly Romero. He will not fight Devin Haney. He will not fight Shakur. He will not fight Pitbull Cruz again. He will not fight Lamont Roach again. He will not fight
Floyd Mayweather has always viewed boxing through a business lens, so his decision to criticize Davis while praising Roach carries weight. This is the same Mayweather who once called Tank the future of boxing, yet now his stance appears to have changed. It almost felt like Mayweather was saying, "I told you so." He has long emphasized the importance of discipline, the right team, and proper preparation. Now, Tank seems to be facing the consequences of not following that advice.
Really in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the... I've been telling y'all that.
Some believe Mayweather is still holding a grudge against Davis over how their relationship ended. They see moments like this as his way of reminding everyone that he built Tank's career, and now without his guidance, things are starting to fall apart. Whether that's true or not, there's no denying that Floyd's words carried weight. This wasn't just a casual reaction, it was a statement. By focusing on what went wrong for Tank instead of offering excuses, Mayweather made it clear that he's no longer interested in protecting him.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
It's not just Floyd Mayweather criticizing Tank, his entire family seems to be weighing in. Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and a seasoned boxing trainer, also shared his thoughts on the fight and the controversy surrounding it. His perspective aligned with Floyd's critiques, further raising concerns about the integrity of the fight and the officiating. Jeff specifically addressed the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee after a jab from Roach. According to him, boxing rules dictate that this should have been ruled a knockdown in Roach's favor. If we go by the rules of boxing, it was a knockdown. That's what they're doing. They're boxing, so yes, it's supposed to be counted as a knockdown, he explained in an interview. If scored correctly, that round should have been 10-8 for Roach, which could have significantly impacted the final decision.
Doubt about that, but if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, "Oh, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner." I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation for me. Like, there was a lot of people in boxing.
Jeff Mayweather emphasized that the missed knockdown call could have changed the outcome of the fight. He suggested that the referee's failure to acknowledge it not only impacted the scoring, but may have denied Roach a well-earned victory. His remarks echoed Floyd Mayweather's concerns about fair play and proper officiating. Jeff also pointed to a larger issue, officiating consistency in boxing. He warned that subjective referee decisions can lead to controversies that damage the sport's credibility. This aligned with Floyd's criticism of the referee overlooking Davis's alleged shoulder bumps during the fight. Now, Davis faces a divided boxing community. Some believe Roach was robbed, while others think Davis simply underestimated him. If a rematch happens, many expect Davis to dominate, much like Floyd Mayweather did in his 2002 rematch against Jose Luis Castillo. But the key difference is that Floyd was still proving himself. Davis is already a superstar, meaning the expectations are far greater.
People want to discredit Tank, and he's still a pound-for-pound fighter.
What do you think about that fight that happened? You thought it was just an off night, or?
Everybody has an off night. Everybody has an off night. Shit, I had a off night with Cruz. Everyone has a night. It's boxing.
You want to run that back with Cruz? Or I think a draw was meant to be. So I like the draw.
Do you like the draw? Do you like the knee though? Was that a good call on the ref?
No, if you take a knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking the point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking the point off.
It is a majority draw.
Reaction to Tank retiring?
He's retiring?
That's what he said.
Nah, he's not retiring. It's a lot of big fights to be made out there, and Tank knows that. I don't think he's gonna retire. With a lot of